Here we go. I don't have enough light. I'm going to buy one nice. I bought one which didn't work. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So here we go. Today is the 19th and today is the second day of our read of how I'm so used to saying
How do we come?
money. Have said it for 51 times and 10
Yeah,
times.
10 times, yeah.
So excuse me.
510 times, yeah.
So excuse me. So we are here to read Being You Changing the World by Dr. Dane Heath. And you people read? And we are now
Yes.
going to read from 55, page 55.
Yeah. Page
Okay?
55.
Are
Yes.
you willing to be as different as you truly be? So before that, let's clear all the energies that we come here for with and all the energies that we will be catching up from each other and all the energies that do not allow us to be ourselves and do not allow us to be ourselves and be present and available to ourselves. Would you be willing to destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POD, honor, shots, boys, provides, and beyond. And Sagri, I'm so glad to see you after such a long time. Where have you been? You went only for a little bit of chutti. You took a long chutti.
Hi, good to see you.
You took a long chutti.
Yes, I did.
Okay, so
Okay,
yes, go on.
go ahead.
Go on, Sagri.
No, I just said go ahead.
Okay, cool. So are you willing to be more of you today than you were yesterday? Are you willing to be you? Are you willing to be who you truly be? Are you willing to be the difference that you are? Are you willing to celebrate the difference that you be? You are not as everyone else, guys. Stop pretending. You are different. And you try to show up as different. In fact, sometimes I used to say, I will not buy that she bought because I want something not as same as her. I would go for something else and not. And we all do that. We don't want to buy same as, we don't want to eat same as, we don't want to do the same thing sometimes because we want to be different. Those are the times that are you choosing to be you? Or how have you wondered why? What stops you from being who you truly be? Anybody here? Yes.
Sometimes it is what will this person think of me? What will my child think of me? What will my husband think of me? What will my mother or father think of me?
Yeah,
And
of course,
then
it's reality, right?
something called as the age appropriateness also creeps in somewhere, you know.
Yeah.
You want to wear something and suddenly somebody says, no, but this is not age appropriate.
Yeah.
And then
Of
you
course,
start.
this reality. Let's sum it up. That
Yeah.
this reality, right? And more so your own mind.
Yeah.
Because if you were totally different, would your mind be able to control you? What if you are willing, starting today, what if you are willing to speed through life at such a rate, high rate, nobody could see you? Do you really want to be seen? No. Stop pretending. Make yourself invisible. And I rest assure you, you will have more fun. If people don't see you. Am I making any sense?
I don't really get it, Kamal, as if, how is it that people won't see me?
You just now said that you try to be like whatever everybody expects you to be. The moment you choose to be who you truly be, people will see you.
No.
What if everything is energy? Like she just told me that you wear nice, your earrings are nice and you carry them well. This wasn't true. I have shared it. Hi, Renu, Kanchan, Nippy. Lovely to see
Good
you guys.
morning.
Hi,
Good
how are
morning.
Sangi, Sarita.
Good morning. Good morning.
So it wasn't like that. I only wore studs. I think for 55, 60 years, 50 years, I wore only studs. I always looked at people and said, oh, they can carry off very well. I couldn't. The moment I I can say chose to look at myself, free myself with these modalities and all, I started to wear everything. And people like Dimple said they look nice. Nobody ever said that before. I mean, before because I did not say it. Because my point of view was that I don't look nice. And what my point of view is, that's how I create my reality. That's how people see me. I was telling her, I wore only beiges and browns and mustards and, those colors. Thanks to a friend, she said, no more of these. I don't want to see any of these in your wardrobe. And I bought a pink something, and everybody appreciated that. Oh, you look nice in that. Because she told me, and because I started believing that, and I started telling myself, that's how reality changes. How many of us have bought and sold the points of views that do not work for us? What if everything is just energy? Everything, what we choose, what we create, what we change in and as our lives, what we avoid, what we defend and buy as real when it isn't, the way we relate to everyone, the world, most of all ourselves. What if all that is energetics? Do you all agree with me?
Yes.
Yeah.
I still don't wear those long ones.
The moment you wear them and the moment you lower your barriers and the moment you ask your body, okay, body, would you like to wear this? That time I didn't have these tools today, but that time I must have used them somehow. And you ask, and if it's light, it's got to be beautiful, and you've got to look beautiful in that. Because your body, you are the one who's judging your body. Stud nahi acha lagta, lamba nahi acha lagta, ye nahi, wo nahi. Your body has a different point of view. The body is wearing it, you are not. Ask your body, would you like to wear this? Hold something and ask. Everything has energy. It will talk to you. We are here.
Oh,
I am
Kaval,
here.
I have one thing to say. After practicing these tools, whenever I go for shopping, I say to my body, hey, we are going for the shopping. We are shopping today. So choose whatever you feel like to pick it up. And when I go, yes, the body really talks to you and gives you, hey, pick me up, and really happened to me.
Same
I
is
just
with
crossed.
Same is with food, Zora. Thank you so much. Same is with food. Same is with everything. Sitting with some person. Same. It's all energy, guys. Will you be willing to live your life energetically rather than from your head? This is right, this is wrong, this is good, this is bad. I will do my utmost best to assist you, guide you, to navigate you to what you have been looking for in every area of your life. Please open up. We have all been searching and seeking something within, yet we go to the right and wrongness of it. Life is an amazing adventure, guys. This adventure could be, we could choose for it to be painful and struggle, or we could have adventure. What would you choose is the question. We have chosen to go on this adventure together, to truly find the authentic us. Right? right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I want to read this, Zara, because we all have these stories, and I know with Access we have really grown way beyond, and there is so much more to go to, and let's be present with that and choose that. Okay. So we are at page 55. Any questions from what you read?
Yes, Samal, you said कि बाद में करेंगे.
नो कल के क्वेश्चन में जो आपको कोई
अच्छा,
क्वेश्चन
कल के question में. Okay, okay, okay. एक minute. So, what? Okay, on one of these pages there is this the kings and queens of judgment wala. So what clearing can we use, or what is it that what tools can we use here that you know we
Which page is it, Dimple? Which page is it? Did you mark it?
क्या होएगा मार्क? हाँ, पेज 44 है हार्ड कॉपी का.
अच्छा.
बियॉन्ड जजमेंट.
Okay.
बियॉन्ड जजमेंट छोटा सा पैराग्राफ है, द किंग्स एंड क्वींस ऑफ जजमेंट.
चैप्टर 2 से जस्ट पहले.
हाँ जी, चैप्टर 2 से नोट टू द रीडर में है. और मैं यहाँ पे मतलब I got stuck here actually.
Okay, come on. What's your question? No story.
Oh yeah, so I got okay. So my question is that what clearings can we use, because we say in Access that you will become what you hate,
Yeah.
है ना? So
Yeah.
हम kings and queens of judgment को any which ways I would not like to be called a queen of judgment, but yes, that is what I'm becoming. So what tools may I use here to get out of this mindset that I can use every.
Okay, 1 minute. Thank you so much. Do you require tools or do you require choice here?
Okay, choice.
You can keep doing the clearings till the cows come home. The moment you make a choice to not be judgmental, correct yourself. Not correct is not a nice word. Recognize and acknowledge I'm doing it and choose something different. Your life will start to become. It's not going to be मैं सुबह से शाम तक बोल रही हूँ मैं फिर भी judge कर रही हूँ. Yes. Because it's so entrained and ingrained that you will not be able to get out of it until you choose not to do it. You can only have the gobi that I make, that you like probably, maybe, if you have it, till you decide, till you choose to make it the way I do. You can't keep making it the way you do and expect the result to be like mine. Good morning, Param. Am I getting somewhere?
Good morning.
Every time you're judging something, you ask, is this a judgment or an awareness? Because we are humanoids and we judge everything and we judge ourselves the most. And maybe 80% of it is just your awareness. You look at somebody who's being mean, and when you say, oh, this woman is mean, or this man is mean, you go immediately into, how can I say that to somebody? I'm being judgmental. No, you're not being judgmental. You are just aware that they are being mean. We think judgment is only negative. And when we are saying something positive, we are not judging. No, you could be judging when you're saying something positive also. This woman what does she think of? She's looking beautiful. She's looking beautiful. Oh, she's looking beautiful. Don't you know which is a judgment and which is coming from appreciation? So please, guys, do not trouble yourself. Do not be kind to yourself. Ask, just simple question. Ask, am I judging here? Light or heavy? If it's heavy, okay, what else is possible? What can I choose here now? What can I be? What energy, space, consciousness can I be? To be me. If I was being me, would I choose this? For what reason? Am I making any sense?
Yes.
So please don't think all the answers are with the clearings. Yes, clearing is to find out where you are. What choices, when you ask a clearing, you get the choices. What choices would create greater for me? And then you have to choose. Until you commit to your life, you are in a constant state of judgment of you. Once you commit, the judgment subsides. And if you commit to your life, you can create anything. You can start to create your reality. And it will keep constantly changing. You will see it. Don't expect you to change like that. This trillion years of shit that we are carrying, it's not going to go like just like that. Oh, I did it. I did the judgment for the whole day or for the whole week or for the whole month. This isn't changing. Choice. Choice creates. Thank you. Thank you so much for the lovely question. Brilliant question. Anybody else has any question? Or we can go read. 1, 2, 3. We read. So we are at 55 page. Let me find it again. Okay. So are you willing to be as different as you truly be? Most humanoids have been in judgment. See, you got your answers here. I am started putting, this book is very light and very, so I am going to put my, after 13 years, 12 or 10, 11 years, I'm putting on my specs to read. Okay, hey, that looks nice. Most humanoids have been in judgment of themselves their entire lives, wondering why they can't fit it.
तो इस ऊपर टाइटल क्या है जान से पढ़ रहे हैं
What happened?
टाइटल क्या है ऊपर 55 पेज के ऊपर
Are you willing to be as different as you truly be?
मुझे क्यों नहीं मिल रहा ये मेरा तो 55 पेज पे आ रहा है
3 पेज का फर्क है because when you said you are at what page, we went back 2 pages. So you go forward 2 pages.
If you're on Kindle, it's 20%.
oh thank you okay thank you Renu
Are you
ठीक है।
willing? Are you willing to be as different as you truly be?
okay got it
Did you get it, Dimple, darling? Okay, cool. So your answers here, I shouldn't have spoken anything. Most humanoids have been in judgment of themselves their entire lives, wondering why they can't fit in. Why they are not happy doing the same job for 20 years, punching widgets, getting a plastic watch, retiring and dying. If you have ever wondered, why does that work? Why doesn't that work for me when it works for everybody else? Then you are a humanoid. Then humans will choose a different possibility because they want to be like everybody else. This is their point of view. Right now,
Yeah.
everybody else in judgment.
पैरा
Yes.
छोड़ दिया एक पैरा छोड़ दिया
Acha, okay, sorry. Thank you. What you have got is that humans do not desire to change. They won't ever desire to change until humanoids, you, get that being different is actually valuable. The moment you get, one person gets that being me is valuable, being different is valuable, nobody else around you will get it. And especially humans won't get it. Because they have a point of view कि यही होना चाहिए, इसी तरीके से आपको जीना चाहिए, और तुम लोग तो बेवकूफ हो जो भटक रहे हो, जो you are going. I hope everybody understands Hindi. or Punjabi. Sometimes I go into Punjabi. Then humans will choose a different possibility because they want to be like everybody else. You get it, guys? They want to be like everybody else. The moment you, 49% is humanoids and 50% is humans, 1% is techies. So you, the moment you 49% chooses, they will want to be who you be because they want to be same as everybody else. That is their point of view. Right now, everybody else is judgmental, mean, unkind, separating from everybody and trying to consume everybody, everything. That's the majority on the planet. So guess what? Until you step into being a difference that you are, the non-judgmental, the kindness, the caring, the joy, the peace, the connection, and the awareness of a different possibility, humans won't have any motivation to do so. That means you can change the world. That's the book is about. I'm not saying that humanoids are better or humans are bad or inferior. What I'm saying is that they are different, you are different. How often do you feel like you don't belong? Why do you think that is? It's because you are a different type of person, maybe even a different species. You don't fit in with any status quo ever. And if you do, you resist and react like crazy because you actually hate fitting in while acting like you desire it. Am I right? Stop. Some of you started to feel uneasy. Some of you are thinking, he is judging humans. He's judging all those people I grew up with who still live in same city, on the same street, and who have had the same job since they got out of high school. That's the one thing you won't do. Judge someone else. That is the one thing you humans never do is judge someone else. Of course, you're perfectly happy judging yourself. You're perfectly willing to allow those same people you wouldn't judge to judge you. You do that non-stop, all day in and all day out, but you would never want to judge anybody else because that wouldn't be nice. What if this whole conversation wasn't about judging humans? What if it were about getting you out of judgment of you for being different? What if it's about acknowledging a difference in how people choose to function? That's all it is. What if you could just acknowledge it's okay to be me? I am just different. Now what? Let's test it. Are you really judgmental? How many times over the course of your life, or even while reading this book, have you had this little sneaking thought that you might actually be very judgmental, a big, bad, judgmental person? Let me tell you something. And please, etch this one into your brain. If you ever had the thought that you are judgmental, you are not. The moment you say I'm judgmental, that proves that you are not. Because a person who is judgmental will never acknowledge that they are. They will say they're right. Someone who's judgmental doesn't ever think that they are judgmental. They just know that they are right. So everything that you have done to buy the lie that you are judgmental, when the only person you actually ever judge is you, will you please destroy and uncreate at all times a Godzillion, right, wrong, good, bad, cock, pod, online shots, boys, provads, and beyond. So let's say you're walking by somebody who has judgments of their body, and you look at their body and perceive all this judgment that the person is inflicting on their body and that they have of themselves. And you think those are your judgments because you have perceived them. Now, at this point, you go, oh, I'm judgmental of people's bodies. I can't believe I am judging somebody's body like that. Are you really judging their body, or are you aware of their judgment of their body and of the projections of other people placed on their body? And does it mean that you are judgmental, or does it mean that you're actually aware? Get ready to practice being in allowance. Have you ever walked by an obese person and had judgment about the size of their body? Did you then judge yourself for being judgmental? I love this. Here's another thing you normally wouldn't ever think about. Have you ever seen someone who you thought was really sexy and that you really wanted to be with them? Of course, right? Have you ever asked, is this my point of view, or am I picking up their projections of what they want me and usually everyone else to think about them? How many of you walk into a party and you go, are you looking at others, or you're just looking at how you are looking? You want everybody to look at you the way you're looking, the way you want them to look at you. Exactly the same person. If a person wants you to look at them, because each one of us, for that matter, when we're looking at ourselves in the mirror before going for a party, what is in our minds? That I should look the best. Am I looking the best? What will people say? Try it. You'll be surprised to realize that many people project what they want you to think about them and their bodies. I had a woman tell me, I used to wonder how I could be so judgmental when I cared so much about people. It wasn't until I started asking these questions that I realized that far from being judgmental, I'm really, really aware. But that's probably not true for you, right? You're probably as judgmental as you think you are. Did that make you feel lighter or heavy? Are you starting to get how this light, heavy thing works? So, will you please let go of everything you've done to buy that you are judgmental, because you can perceive the limitations from which other people function and always have your whole life and always have done that whole life. Like where you look and realize that person acts really superior. This one is selfish. This one is unkind to people. Then you think, oh my God, I'm judging. No, you're most likely not judging. You're most likely having an awareness of how they are choosing to function in their lives. People have asked me, what if it's just something I want to hear? What if that's why it feels light? Let me give you another different example. Several years ago, my friend Gary's mother was in the hospital and was close to dying. One day at lunch, he had a weird feelings come over him, and he thought that perhaps his mother passed. So he looked down at the watch and saw it was 1:40 p.m. When he asked in his head if she had died, he felt light as yes. On yes. His sister called a few hours later to tell him how his mother had passed at 1:40 in the afternoon. Exactly the same time he was at lunch and had the feeling, even though it wasn't something he necessarily wanted to hear. It made him feel lighter when he said if his mother had passed. That's the level of awareness you have. There are so many here who have had that awareness and have shared that awareness with me, that I knew it before, that I saw it, that I announced that this person. So please, please, please believe and trust in yourself. That's the level of awareness you can have when you go beyond judgment. Since Gary didn't have to judge if it was good or bad that his mother had died, there was no charge, and he could have the awareness that she had with a sense of ease. Wrong, the new right. One of the greatest gifts. Please write down your answers if you have any. We will take them and please remind me to take them, because yesterday I kept reading. Wrong, the new right. One of the greatest gifts you can give yourself is the willingness to be wrong without having to judge you for it. Then you can stop trying to vain to prove that you are perfect by having to be right all the time. Let's try something for a moment. It's a tool I got from my friend Gary. says this say this out loud at 10, all 10 times. You're right, I'm wrong. You're right, you can join me.
You're right, I'm wrong.
You're right, I'm wrong. You're right, I'm wrong. You're right, I'm wrong. You're right, I'm wrong.
You're
You're
right,
right, I'm wrong. You're right, I'm wrong.
I'm wrong. You're right, I'm wrong. You're right, I'm wrong.
You're right.
You're right, I'm
You're
wrong.
right, I'm wrong. I hope I did it right. Do you
This
feel
is so light.
or heavy? Like,
Amar?
yeah, for 99% of the people, when I have them do this, they feel light. Why? Because it's so nice. Listen to this. Because it's so nice to be able to be willing to be wrong and not to have to prove you are right all the time. When we are proving we are right all the time, we're not being ourselves. The whole body is like frozen, like contracted, like when you're proving, when you're justifying yourself, how do you feel? Notice it next time. There was a woman who had been doing Access for some times who went to visit her mother. So this story I'll tell you in short. She went to visit her mother and her mother used to judge her a lot. Every time you're not married, you're this, that, your job. And that day she just told her, yes, mom, I think you're right. And I'm wrong. She just said that, and maybe one or two times in her mind. And her mother, that was the first time in 10 years, told her that, no, darling, you're not wrong, you're mistaken. And gave her $5,000, the first time in 10 years. Do you want to change your life like that by just being wrong? How cool is that? The woman said to Gary, she called up and said to Gary, not only was it the first time in the last 10 years that she had a pleasant visit home, but that her mother gave her $5,000 check when she left. Such is the power of willingness to be wrong. You can also use this phenomenal tool to change your relationship. When you have done something that you know has caused an upset, might not be wrong. It has caused an upset with someone you care about. You can say, all right, I'm wrong. What can I do to make up for the damage done? If you say this with vulnerability, presence, and total sincerity, it can be the catalyst for creating a totally different possibility in your relationship. And it can undo perceived wrongness for both of you. The one way most people are willing to change something is if they believe that what they are currently choosing is wrong. The one way most people are willing to change something is if they believe that what they are currently choosing is wrong. So I keep saying it, please acknowledge it. Anything you acknowledge, right, good, bad, ugly, whatever, you are on your road to recovery. You're on your road to changing it, not to recovery. You're recovered. You're on your road to changing it the way you would like to change it. They are so busy trying to prove they are not wrong because they already believe they are wrong. So they won't change anything, because if they change anything, it means what they choose in the past was wrong. See, we keep justifying our choices that we made million years back up until now and keep destroying ourselves for that. But they are not willing to be wrong, even though they have considered themselves wrong every moment of their lives. Does that sound insane to anyone else? In the universe, there is no wrong or right. It is a constant flow of receiving and gifting. This reality is not. This reality tries to get you to judge everything that's great about you as wrong. This reality tries to get you to judge you for everything that you are great about. Whenever you're feeling good, whenever you're saying something, hasn't people around you told you she blows her own trumpet? They try to bring you down. And then your head starts running. I'm blowing my own trumpet. What if it was the reality? What if that could change somebody else's reality? What if you could be a contribution by shifting, by saying what you actually are, where it's required, but not from, there is an energy from where it's required to facilitate somebody or where it's required to go on blabbing just for that. So check the energy you be in. This reality tries to get you to judge everything that's great about you as wrong, so you can fit in and be no greater than normal. What if there's a greatness that you are, that is hidden behind every wrongness that you are trying to hide? We in Access say, all your wrongnesses are your strongnesses. What if everything that is wrong with you or about you isn't actually wrong? What if it's actually a potency you have that doesn't match this reality? But no one has ever been capable of showing you that. Will you make the demand that you will actually show you everything that is true for you, even though it may be different than what seems to be true for everyone else? Whatever it looks like, whatever it takes, you are the only one who can. It is weird being different, but what if it was fun? What if it weren't wrong, but simply a difference? What if the earth let you come here because of that difference? What if it made you come here because of that difference? What if you made you come here because of that difference? What if it was twice? Okay, what if there was everything wrong with you and nothing wrong with you at the same time? What if everything that you thought was wrong with you were the space and a possibility that you're willing to be that is beyond this reality? Don't you get it? That you are beyond this reality. You don't fit in, guys. Don't even try to. What if it were the kindness, the caring, the gentleness, the loving, the joy, and the awareness of something different that you are, that nobody else ever got? And you've decided that it couldn't be, and it couldn't exist, and didn't matter. And only this limited reality did. What if you could begin to be totally different now by being you? Everything that doesn't allow you to show up, will you be willing to destroy and unfade that? Please, right, wrong, good, bad, pop, pod, honor, shots, boys, ads, and beyond. All those changes you have avoided choosing because it meant that somebody you were wrong for what you chose in the past. Will you please? I'll read this again. All the changes you have avoided choosing because it meant that somehow you were wrong for that, for what you did. Why can't I read this? All the changes you have, when you can't read something, there is something in for you. When you can't listen to something, you are avoiding it. Please get that, guys. Don't walk off. When you walk off, there is something great there for you. So all the changes you have avoided choosing because it meant that somehow you were wrong for what you chose in the past, will you be willing to destroy and uncreate it all? I will be willing to destroy and uncreate it all. Yes, yes, yes. Right, wrong, good, bad, cock, pot, honor, short, boys, provads, and beyond. Note to the reader. How do you know? How do you know if you are judging? Or if you're just being aware? The $1 million question, right? Dimple asked in the beginning. Look at these sentences. He's very attractive man. That could be a judgment, right? Or an awareness. She's mean woman. That could be a judgment or an awareness. So what is the difference? What is it? Most people think that if what they are perceiving is negative, then they are judging. They think that if what they are perceiving is positive, that they are not judging. Actually, the difference between a judgment and an awareness is the energetic charge on that subject for you. the vibration of your point of view. It is that the light and heavy. It is the energetic charge of a judgment that gets you stuck in the polarity of right and wrong, of conclusions, and the unwillingness to ask question and change. If it is an awareness, you have no charge. You are willing to change your point of view at any time, and you don't have to defend it, hold on to it, or explain it in any way. It is just something you are aware of. In these 10 seconds, how does it get even better than that? Dude, who does this belong to? We all know this, right? How many of you don't know this? How many times have you perceived the wrongness in other people, the places where they believe they are wrong? Perceive they are wrong, can only receive the wrongness of them and know that they are wrong beyond the shadow of doubt. You believe you are wrong, that's the energy you be. You project that, people perceive the same energy and they validate your point of view. It starts with you, it ends with you. So if you're making yourself wrong, you will make yourself wrong for all eternity, because people will also make you wrong for the same thing for all eternity. The moment you change it, how do you change it? By asking a question. The moment you change it, that's committing to yourself. Never ever being in the contracted space. Always choosing what makes you light. How much of your life have you spent believing that the sense of wrongness you perceive is really yours, when it actually isn't? When actually it's what you are aware of in the world around you. How many people in the world think they're wrong? How many people around you in your family think, or your friendship, think wrong? 99.9 recurring. I've yet to see some person who comes and says, of course, they all say we're right. But they genuinely, when they want to share something with you, they always start with, I'm wrong. So are you perceiving all that shit, or are you actually wrong? None of us are wrong, guys. You were never wrong. You will never be wrong. You have never done anything wrong. इसको घर कर लो. Etch it. How much of your life have you spent believing that the sense of wrongness you perceive is really yours, when it's what you are aware of in the world around you? So truth, is it yours or someone else's, or a lot of someone else's? It feels just like you. Your stomach starts churning and you feel the rightness button taken where you feel wrong and want to be right, and this person is wrong, and it feels just like yours. Then people sit together, they talk the same thing. This is the time to ask this question: who does this belong to? I would say every time, the first question should be, who does this belong to? It is mine or someone else's. If all of a sudden you get lighter, it is because it isn't yours. It isn't yours, sweet, beautiful you, not yours. You can return it to the sender. Yes, just return it. Send it back, away with it, be gone, someone else's judgment. Remember, you can't handle a problem that isn't yours. Anything that persists is not yours. With your clearing, so many people come to me, itni clearing kari, maine itna ye kara, only last evening in the How to Become Money book. It's not going, it's not yours. You picking up somebody's shit, return it. You can't change a thought, a feeling, or an emotion that isn't yours, but you can do something for far easier. You can simply return it to whom it actually belongs, even when you don't know who that is. You don't even need to know who that is. You just return it to sender. with consciousness attached. You don't have to do anything about it. You can just return it to the original creator, even if you have no idea who that is. Just return it to sender. If it's not yours, you give it back with consciousness attached. You always think, oh my God, that felt like me. You know what? It always feels just like you, because your awareness is that brilliant and the intense and that intense and that great. It always feels like you, or you would never buy it as yours. If it didn't feel like you, would you buy it as yours? No. Please get this, 98% of all the feelings, thoughts, emotions do not belong to you. They are someone else's. But what you are aware of feels just like you, even though it's not. The only way you ever going to tell the difference is by asking the question, who does this belong to? Ask it, and if it lightens it up, it's not yours, isn't yours. You being you are light. You try to be someone else are heavy. Way, way beyond your body. Oh, we're doing good. Note to reader. Would you be willing to try this? Just put your hand on your face. This used to be the exercise in Bar's manual. They've taken it out. Okay, cool. Just put your hands on your face, close your eyes. Feel your hands on your face, the sensation. And your face on your hands. Feel your face in your hands on your face. Take a deep breath. Notice how it feels to be present with your body. Notice how your body responds to the attention that you're giving it. Notice the joy that the body feels because of that attention. Connect with your body and say, thank you. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for tolerating me no matter what. Thank you for guiding me, assisting me, even when I wasn't listening. Thank you for never giving up on me. How much fun can we have together? How was it? Good, right? Can you give yourself, how much did it take? I don't think it even took 1 minute. Can you do that before you get up out of your bed? Your body, chapter 3, your body knows. What if you are an infinite being? A being that has a capacity to perceive, know, be, receive everything. Does that feel like to you? Me too. I used to get really upset when people in the spiritual world would tell me that I was an infinite being. They would say it is as if it was supposed to be the solution for all the problems I was then having. Talk about frustration. I used to think, if I'm an infinite being, why can't I get anything right? If I'm an infinite being, why do I have to struggle or even make enough money to pay rent every month? What if it's that you just haven't been given the right tools? As simple as that. What if you have all been entrained to a reality that doesn't work? What if this is the very first time you have had the chance to actually claim and acknowledge you? Will you destroy and uncreate? No. As an infinite being you truly be, are you willing? The first time you're acknowledging, when you came to Access and you came realize, or you learned, or you saw, or you heard that you were an infinite being? Was that the first time that somebody told you that, or that you can do and be and change everything? Are you willing now? Everything that doesn't allow you to allow that now, will you please destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pop-out, honor, short, boys, provide, and beyond. A pebble in the ocean. Whenever you feel dynamically, extremely, intensely impacted by anything, you are not occupying enough space. When you try to figure something out, we get real close to our bodies, too close. If you were to expand out as far as you could, you will know the experience. Miles in all direction size. And there, instead of trying to come in close to your body to figure out all the thoughts, feeling, and emotion, they would be like a pebble in the ocean. Try this exercise, guys. You could try it now if you want to read at home. What say? Okay, we'll read. So you all must have tried this exercise. Expand yourself and you will realize that when you're there, there is no problem. And you can just turn that molecule and change it. Only when you try to be in the body, that big energy into this small space, that is when you get to all the bodily feelings, emotions, and bodies feel, emote, and think. You as a being just sense things. A pebble has a very little impact on the ocean, right? But if you drop a pebble in a thimble, it has a big impact. Unfortunately, what you be doing is making yourself into a thimble energetically, rather than being the ocean that you could choose to be. That's one of the great single things we do to limit ourselves continuously. We act like we are small when we are really, really big. Let's start by clearing one thing up once and for all. You are not your body. You are an infinite being, not a body. You are so much bigger than your body. Would you like me to show you? Right now, I'm going to do the exercise. Take a moment, close your eyes, and go out and touch the outside edges of you. Not your body, but you, the being. Now go 100 yards further into all directions. Are you there too? Now go 100 miles farther in all directions. Are you there too? Now go 1,000 miles further in all directions. Are you there too? Now go 100,000 miles further in all directions. Just allow yourself to expand. Are you there too? Did you notice that no matter where I asked you to go, there you were? Could a being that big fit inside a small body? No. So would you consider a totally different possibility? You are not your body. You are,
Aman?
yes.
5 minutes left. You can take questions.
Okay, thank you so much. You are not your body. You are an infinite being. Your body is your body. You are you. You should have a connection, but you are not one. You are not one and the same. So we will leave here. There is a little here.
And where do we read tomorrow from?
55 pages we said, so it be 100, 110? 110. Let's read till chapter 4 finishes. Chapter 5 begins. That's 104 page. Never mind, because then the chapter is big. So let's read till chapter 5. That you'll find it'll be easier for you to find, right?
Yeah, that's good.
Before
Thank
chapter 5. What if caring were the core of
नहीं चैप्टर 5 कि चैप्टर 4 क्या कह रहे चैप्टर 5 अच्छा ठीक है कल से चैप्टर 5 से शुरू करेंगे दैट्स यू से
Yeah.
ओके ठीक है ठीक
Okay.
है
Questions? Anything, even it's relevant or not relevant, anything coming into your head is relevant. Go for it.
Kamal, when you're doing this exercise, मेरा तो after 100 this thing मेरा वो started head मेरा face टूटना शुरू हो गया बहुत headache.
So ask, is your body doesn't want to expand? Your being doesn't want to expand? Your being is happy in the body, contracted? Something else you would have to choose to expand out is now the beginning of what else is possible? Is there something beyond your body that you haven't acknowledged? And everything, all that brought up, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Lower your barriers and try this exercise again, sitting here. See how far you can go. We have never allowed ourselves to expand. We've never allowed ourselves beyond our bodies. We've never allowed ourselves to choose what we desire. We've only been choosing what's limited. So suddenly, like I said in the beginning, that the mind wants to control you. The mind wants to tell you, बस इतना ही जा सकती है, इससे ज्यादा नहीं जा सकती. क्या समझाओ तूने अपने आप को? So when you override or overcreate it, then you can go even further and even further. Try this exercise a few times and you can tell us tomorrow how far can you go.
Yeah, it's the same story like money. इतने
Same
पैसे है,
story
इतने
like
पैसे.
money. Same story like anything in this reality.
Yeah.
So what is it that you committing to your life is shutting the back door? Always choosing greater, no matter what, no matter how hard it is, no matter how uncomfortable it is, getting out of your comfort zone. The moment you change that, the moment you choose that, everything around you changes.
Yes.
If you are the last person on your list, you are not committed to your life. What energy, space, consciousness can we all be to commit to our lives in totality for all eternity? And everything that doesn't allow that, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate God? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POD, honest, shots, boys, provides, and beyond. Okay, anybody else has any question? Dimple, do you have any question? No, come on. We can give 5-10 minutes more, not a problem. Anybody has any, everybody had clarity with what we read till now?
Just a suggestion that let's keep it 8 to 9 only. You know, if you leave at 9, then the session is going on, you feel you're missing something.
Okay, we'll leave it at 9. Everybody agrees with it? We
Yeah.
always usually leave it at 9, but sometimes when there is somebody has a burning question, we don't take longer. We always actually, thank you, Nipi, but we do try and leave it at 9. But today we stopped at 5 minutes, so I thought if there's a burning question, we could take. Anybody has a burning question? Or can ask tomorrow, okay?
Thank you, Kamal. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for being here. You
Kamal, amazing class, amazing.
Thank you for your contribution,
Out of the
Kamal.
world.
Thank you so much. I'm so grateful to you guys. Thank you for joining me. Bye-bye.
Thank you,
Kamal,
Kamal.
bye.
Last question.
Sorry?
मेरा एक क्वेश्चन है कि दूसरे के लिए है कि वो बाल कब डाई करेंगे Come.
Bye bye.
Bye.
You have to like me the way I am, girl.
Okay.
Bye.